Hello everybody, welcome back to the Diamond with Every Gun series, and it's not every day that we start a video out in the Trophy Lodge, but this guy right here I have been waiting to show you guys for a very long time. It's one of the most unique whitetail deer I've ever come across in Call of the Wild, and we're gonna get to take him out in this video. Now, it's been a few weeks since I killed this guy. In fact, I think it's been, 2 weeks? Let me check real quickly. Yeah, so at this point, it's been about 3 weeks since I killed this guy. I've just been waiting to get more diamonds for the series, and then also I killed, I believe, another whitetail deer for the series probably 2 weeks before this, so just to give you guys a little context for what I'm going to be saying in the clip, it had been a couple weeks since I had killed a couple whitetail deer diamonds, or potential diamonds. So that was something I figured I'd let you guys know, since it wouldn't make sense if I just went straight into it. But anyway, that's what happened. It's just been a little while since I recorded this one, and I wanted to get the full 4 diamonds for this video, and in fact, I actually went over it and accidentally took 2 diamonds with the same gun. So you're actually going to get 5 of them in this video, which is going to be a little bit of a bonus, I guess. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So it's been about 2 to 3 weeks since we found those double diamond, or well, double level 3 whitetail. The one ended up trolling, as you guys saw, but it's been about 2 weeks since that happened. And well, after they updated it to the patch with the dogs, I decided that since they fixed the whitetail getting to their zone late, I would go around and look for some new zones. So I've been searching pretty heavily throughout my map. I spent quite a bit of time going up the river. I checked down in the south a little bit more, and as you can see, we actually found a new zone right here that I didn't have before, and a couple new ones up here. We got some there now, and also some there, but we ended up finding a zone right down here that is now covered up by a moose zone, but we ended up finding it, and I take a look over here, and we've got a level 3 whitetail deer, but not only one, there's also a second level 3 right there. I honestly don't even know what to think. This is the second time that this has happened. It has been a couple weeks since the last one, but still, that is pretty crazy. Hopefully these won't troll us. We have the 12 gauge buckshot and also the 16 gauge buckshot, so using a couple things that aren't necessarily the easiest to use, and I hope that this works out, because this guy right here is a pretty big one. He's pretty much guaranteed diamond at 257 to 298 estimate. The other one is far from a guarantee, but this guy is 100% guaranteed as long as we can make a good shot. But honestly, at this point, I'm starting to wonder how long these guys have been on my map, and I've just not known it, because I've gone through here multiple times and never seen a herd over here. What's even more interesting to me is this guy's got ridiculously close tip-to-tip spread. I can't say I've ever seen a level 3 whitetail with such a tight rack. That might be one of the coolest looking ones I've ever seen. And I didn't even realize that he was almost touching on the tips until we got a little bit closer like this. That's kind of crazy. So I think our best bet here is going to be to try and get some cover and then call them in. We'll kill one of them and hopefully the other one will come back shortly. Not sure how this is gonna go, but hopefully it'll go well. I really hope that touching tips one is gonna be a diamond, because that's a really cool rack. Very unique compared to all the ones I've seen. Alright, well, we got them moving. Now it's just going to be a matter of which one's going to get close first. Hoping it's going to be this guy, because I'm very interested to see what he's going to score. And we do have our dog with us today, so we're going to real quickly get him to sit down. Oh, and we got a deer moving in close. I can't really see super good because of these reeds, but it's the only place right here that hides me fully, so I'm going to have to take advantage of it. That is the bigger one right there. Where's the smaller level 3? So they're actually side by side. The smaller one's right there, and the big guy is right here. He is 38 meters away. I think he's almost close enough to where we can take this shot. We're zeroed in for 25 now with the 16 gauge buckshot, and looks like we're gonna have to take it here. I think that should be good. That's definitely vital blood, so we should be okay. Now we just gotta wait for this monster to come back. That's one of the most interesting looking whitetail I've ever seen. I'm actually more excited to get that guy down than I am the one that we just shot. That's crazy. Well, anyway, let's have our dog track that down. See how good he does in finding it. There we go. He's got the trail, and off he runs. Looks like he is going into the water. I've actually never seen the dogs go into the water, so that was kind of interesting. There he is. There is that monster buck. Let's go ahead and tell our dog to sit and see if this guy ends up scoring. There we go. 272.20. What a monster of a whitetail deer. And he's 100 kgs too. That's max weight. Well, I think we found where all of our big males are. We just had to wait for this update so they'd actually get to their zones. Because we were having a pretty dry streak for the past couple weeks before this patch came out. We weren't really finding much at all. And the stuff that we were finding wasn't really insane. It was pretty mediocre stuff for the most part. But this is a crazy trophy. 272.70. I think the highest I've seen anybody kill this patch was like 275. So this guy is an absolute monster. Now we just gotta wait for that second one to come out. Really interested to see what he's gonna score. But that pretty much checks off the Elk drilling rifle completely. Besides birdshot, we've killed a buck with the buckshot, we've killed him with the slug, and one with the 9.3, so all we got left is birdshot for the drilling rifle, and then that gun will be completely done. But let's go ahead and look for the other one. Okay, well there's our other buck. I'm not exactly sure why he's clear over here. I kept looking around in that brush up there and just could not figure out where the trail was going, so I fast traveled back here, and apparently they were really close to the tent because they just booked it off into the brush over here on the right. Hopefully we can get positioned in a spot where we can actually get them as they come back, because I'm not really sure what direction they're going to come from now. At this point it seems like they're pretty random as to where they're heading off to. So for all I know, they could completely loop around the water, but we're gonna just sit here and hope that they come back where they just ran from, so I guess we'll see. So there he is. He's actually 20 meters away. This is something that we need to slow down. And of course she gets in front. That should be good. Think we got a good shot into him. He's dying pretty quickly, so it looks like that's the case. And I'm not sure what she's doing, but that was interesting. Well, we now have the coolest buck I've ever seen on the ground. And there's no way I can get a good picture, so that's kind of unfortunate, but let's see if this guy makes diamond. He does not, unfortunately. 247 because of that tip-to-tip spread. That's really unfortunate that he scored so low, but I mean, that's why right there. Either way, that's a cool deer, and he's probably going to go into a mount anyway, because that's actually really heavy. I think if he hadn't got screwed by the Truracs, he actually would have been pretty big and probably would have made diamond. So it's a little unfortunate, but that's actually one of the coolest whitetail I've ever seen. Ooh, there we go. Finally, a level 5 Blackbuck with Truracs. It's been a little while since they released them, and we finally have found one. Previously, we found a couple in the early access phase of this patch, but unfortunately, once it hit live servers, we were having quite a large amount of issues trying to find one. But it does look like one is here, so we can now finally try to get this guy down, and I think what we're going to end up doing is heading back and grabbing one of the bows, just to make it a little bit more interesting, since there's quite a few bows we still have to get through on this series. So I think now that we have the bow, the best thing to do here is probably going to be to spook them out of here and then wait for them to come back into their zone and kind of just hide and wait for them. It seems to work out pretty good for the most part with other animals, so we're going to try it with the Blackbuck here. But man, that guy is just absolutely massive. Not that guy, but the other one that's next to him. He would lift his head up. There he is. What a monster Blackbuck. That thing is just so noticeably larger than all of the others. That is an absolute giant. I'm hoping it's going to score pretty high. It doesn't necessarily look like it's the big rack. It might be kind of in between. From what I've seen for these guys, there is the small horns one, then there's a big horns one, and one that's kind of in between. I think this guy might be the in between one. Alright, so let's push these guys out of their zone. And then when they come back here, we should be in a good enough spot to where we can take them out with the bow. I don't know what angle they're going to come back into the zone at, but we're just going to push up a little bit further southeast. That way we don't have to worry about the wind. Because otherwise things could go pretty poorly with the wind direction. But I think if we go maybe to one of these trees over here, we should be okay. So as far as I can tell, there's not really any good places to find cover. None of these trees provide cover, so we're kind of screwed when it comes to that. We might have to just lay down and wait for them to come back. I feel like that's really the only thing we can do at this point, because there's nowhere that I can fully hide myself, and these guys are going to be coming back through this area probably within a couple minutes, so I think best bet's probably just going to be to smash down some of this grass and then just wait here. Okay, they are starting to come back, and it looks like as of now it's just the females in the front. We're going to go prone, just so we don't spook these guys off when they do finally start coming over the hill. Because as of now it's just the females, but our male shouldn't be too far behind. There's one of them. It's not the 5, but as we can see they are starting to come over. Oh, hello there. That's not exactly what I was expecting to see, but I guess our dog is right there. That guy's gonna be here any second. In fact, there he is. Oh my gosh, right there. There's no way that I can get him from here, though. We're just gonna have to hope that he doesn't spook off. Can't even get a spot on him at the moment. How are they going alert? I guess we're visible to them? That's gonna make this a whole lot more difficult than I was expecting. Guess what we're gonna try and do is just inch a little bit closer while watching his, nervous state to make sure he doesn't go too alarmed. Well, they had all spooked off except our 5, and I didn't realize that, so I ended up spooking him off too, because I thought he had spooked off with the rest. Well, that's a little unfortunate, but he's actually going to be in a much better spot now. Honestly, this doesn't even hide us either. I don't know what to do now. I really don't know what to do. There's not really any place for us to hide around this zone. It's really unfortunate. The only other thing I can think of is maybe one of the bushes next to the shore, but I doubt that's going to put us in the position we need to be in. Alright, this might actually be perfect. I've chased them down here a little bit, and they're now going pretty much in the perfect direction to where I can set up in one of these bushes. And these are the bushes that will actually hide us, so things should go a lot better this time, hopefully. We're just gonna chill right here and wait for them to come through again. I believe, yeah, we can actually stand up and still be hidden, so guess this is where we're gonna be waiting. Hopefully it works out the way that I'm expecting it to. Ooh, there he is. There he is. It's right behind that tree. What a giant. He should be taking a path right next to us. This should actually be perfect. Just gotta make sure we get a clear view on him, because some of them are starting to get alarmed. Not all of them though, only a few. Which is a little strange that only some of them are getting alarmed and then others aren't. Especially when it says I'm perfectly hidden. Oh my gosh. What just happened there? And how did they even know we were there? That should have had us perfectly hidden. Well, this is proving to be more difficult than I initially thought it would be. So you guys probably won't see a lot of what led up to this part right here, because there's a lot of frustrating moments of just chasing this guy around, spooking him off because there's no cover, and then repeating the process. So most likely a lot of that won't go into the video because it would make this video way too long, but we finally have him in a spot where I think he's probably going to go into range. At least that's what we're hoping. What I don't get is I am completely hidden, and it's still making him go alert every once in a while. I can't even imagine what I might be doing wrong. Unless Parquet just does not hide you very well, which is possible, because the dogs don't spook animals, so it shouldn't be that. But this guy just keeps going alert. At 60 meters. I might honestly have to take a 60-meter shot, which is going to be really unfortunate. But I don't see any other way that we could get this guy down. So we might just have to go for it, even though I'm not super comfortable with the shot this long. Oh my gosh, I think we nailed that. Wow, that is incredible. I think we actually nailed that shot. I don't think that went high. I think we actually put that perfect. But the arrow did break, it looks like. Yes, that is vital blood. Oh my gosh. I can't believe we made that shot. Oh my gosh. Let's get Wolf over here and have him take a look at this black buck. I can't believe we made that shot. That is truly insane. Alright, let's go ahead and have him track it so we can give him a little bit of XP. There we go. He found him. Let's push them a little bit closer together, because I do want to get a picture of this. That looks pretty good. I like that picture. But honestly, I think that right there is even better, because then we can actually get the arrow in the black buck. That is so cool. What a trophy shot. So let's go ahead and congratulate our little pup. Give him some praise. And claim this thing. 138.90. That is the Bighorns one. I thought it was the one in between big and small, but that is Bighorns. And it's 50.74 kgs, which I believe is about 0.26 below max. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think max is 51. What a giant, though. It took us a long time to find our level 5 black buck. But we finally did, and we made a perfect heart shot at 61.47 meters. That's insane. I can't believe how this hunt unfolded. It was a very frustrating hunt up until the point that we actually got to take the shot. And we got to check another bow off of the list for Diamond with Every Gun. I'm super happy with this. I can't wait to get this guy up on the wall. I think I'm going to put him in between all of the Legacy Diamond Blackbuck that we have. But that is so cool. One of the coolest shots I've had on a Diamond Blackbuck. Or any diamond for that matter. So as of recording this, I am currently live streaming, and we just found a level 9 mountain lion. Which means it's time to take another animal out with another gun for Diamond with Every Gun. And the next one that we have is the 357 Magnum. For some reason I had thought I had already done it, but apparently I missed it. So, hopefully we can find this guy again. We just reset the time because he had spooked off, and now we just need him to come back out. But once we find him, we'll try to get into a spot where we can actually take him out. I'm hoping that it's not going to take ages like a lot of these have with the handguns, because some of these just take so long to actually get within range. But hopefully this guy will end up cooperating. Well, that is a couple mountain lions, but it's definitely not the one that we're looking for. That is a 6 and a 7. There's a level 9 somewhere around here, but we had actually spooked it off as we came down here the first time, so I'm not 100% sure which direction it even came from when we spooked it. It seems like it was on this near side over here, but I have yet to see anything run off, and I don't see anything drinking over there, so it's hard to say. So we just ended up restarting the game, and hopefully this guy will actually be at his zone now. For some reason he was not there last time, and even with a few signs of him potentially being there, like a bighorn fleeing off, there's not really anything that I could do to actually see him, so we ended up restarting the game. And now it's just going to be a matter of figuring out where he actually is. So I'm just going to approach this in the same way as the first time that I spotted him. So, if everything goes in the same way it did before, he should end up spooking off and running in that direction. But instead of pursuing him, we're just going to let him calm down. And then hopefully we'll be able to get a shot on him, provided things work the way they did when I first spotted him. And just like that, there he is. He's actually right next to that level 7, so we're going to just slow down, let this guy calm down a little bit, and then try to get close enough to take a shot with the 357. And just like that, he has calmed down 153 meters away. We want to get to at least 100 to take a shot with the 357, because I don't really trust it too much further past that distance, especially with the bullet drop, so we will do what we can to get close, which might prove to be a little bit difficult with this guy being nervous, but I think we can do this. But that appears to be a solid hit on him, and I think he should start losing health very soon. Or maybe not. Wait, maybe. I actually don't know. I'm a little confused as to whether or not we actually made that shot. Either the 357 is just that bad, or we hit spine. I don't know, honestly. That's kind of confusing. He was about 50 meters past where we're zeroed to. So that should have been a good shot, I would imagine. We aimed right at spine and there would have been enough bullet drop to sink it into a lung. I think we got probably single lung there. Did I just crash? I think I might have just crashed. Oh my gosh, that scared me so bad. Bleed rate very low. That is definitely concerning. Although I believe with the 45 Colt, we had very low bleed rate on our Blacktail also. Never before have I been this scared that we're gonna lose something. Not only did the shots seem strange, but the game's just trying to crash constantly. Alright, we're just gonna claim it. No lead up to this. It's a diamond. Oh my gosh. So it's just that weak. The 357 is just that bad. So that checks the 357 off the list, thankfully, because if it took that long to kill it, I'm glad that we didn't have to use this gun on anything else. But that's crazy. It ran 184 meters after being shot. And I think we even grabbed a track that was a little bit further up from the initial hit. So this thing ran well over 200 meters after it got shot. Which is kinda crazy. Guess that just goes to show how weak this gun is. But I mean, either way, we managed to make that shot, and we got ourselves a Diamond Mountain Lion. So I kind of just glanced over him and saw the rack and kind of thought it might have just been a big 2. So I didn't really think anything of it, and then turns out it's a 3. You know what that means. We need to go grab a gun that we haven't used in Diamond with Every Gun. So let's go get that. So we could do a 150 meter shot. I don't know if I'm 100% comfortable with it, but I think we could do it. Because you can zero up to 150, and I've taken some mule deer from 150 before and been fine. In fact, that was perfect right there. He just happened to lift his head up at the perfect time. Get his buddy while we're at it too. Alright guys, let's see. Is this gonna be a diamond? It's a diamond! 257.70! It actually made it. Well, that checks off the 12 gauge slug from the Diamond with Every Gun. Let's go, guys. That was actually a diamond. I'm very, very surprised. For those that are going to be watching this on the Diamond with Every Gun video, this is being taken during a live stream, so if anything sounded a little bit different, that's why. That's awesome. That is such an awesome deer. So that is the call of a mountain lion over to the left of us, but that's not the mountain lion that we're interested in. There is a level 9 dark red fur variation mountain lion right in front of us, and we're going to take it out with the 12 gauge slugs because that is the next thing on the list in Diamond with Every Gun, and I'm hoping that this will work out. It's been really hard to get close enough to take something with the slugs. I've had quite a few issues the past few days, but I think we'll be able to do it with this guy. He's actually perfectly broadside, so we might actually be able to just run up to the shore and take him from there. He is 158, that's almost perfect actually, so we might be able to do this pretty easily. A little bit easier than I was expecting. So I have got as far forward as I possibly can. He's at 154 meters, so next time he lifts his head up, we'll try to get a shot into him. I think this should be a pretty doable shot. And that looked to be pretty solid. Yeah, we definitely got lungs. He's going down 50 to 75. We just got ourselves a diamond potential mountain lion down with the 12 gauge slug. That's actually good right there. It is a diamond. Wow, that is huge. And it's max weight. Oh my gosh, it wasn't max score though. That is crazy. So for those of you that don't know, that haven't actually seen this on the live stream, I'm currently streaming and this was the second run of the day for mountain lions. In this lake we shot ourselves a level 7 and I believe a level 8, and one of them came back as this level 9 right here, and it's max weight and almost max score. My guess is it's probably like 39.98 or 99. Really close to max score, but just not quite there. But it did get max weight. We've had a lot of max weight trophies since the last update. I'm starting to wonder if maybe something happened to make them a little bit more common, because we got that max weight mule deer, and then we just got this guy right here. And I've seen a lot of other people post max weight stuff too, so I'm starting to wonder if there might be something to that. But anyway, that's an awesome trophy, and the fact that I got it live and for this series is even better. Let's go ahead and congratulate our dog for a job well done in finding it. Give him a treat real quickly. And I also unlocked the howling for him. I don't know if I actually have shown that in a video or not, but we did get the howl unlocked, which I think is pretty cool. It's not necessarily useful, but it's still really cool. So I think this might be the most whitetail and mountain lions we've ever killed in one video. I can't say I remember ever shooting 3 whitetail deer level 3s in the same video, given these were not shot close together. It was actually spaced apart by quite a bit between the two whitetail encounters, but it's still not every day we get to put them in the same video. And then as far as the black buck, I've been waiting for quite a while to show it off to you guys since we got that thing shortly after they updated to Truracs. But here he is, 138.9. What a monster black buck. And just the way that this unfolded and how long it took to actually get him into a position, and then just the perfect bow shot on him from, I think, 60 meters, it just could not have gone better. I'm really excited that we got one down finally. And it was a pretty good one too. This is the horns that I like. They look similar to a kudu's horns, which was what I was really hoping to find. Next up, we gotta find the super tight spiral one, and then we'll have both of the brand new diamond racks for the black buck. I think there might actually be a couple different variations of them, but there's 2 general frames, and I think the only differences are maybe a little bit of extra length on the high and low scoring ones, so we'll see if we can find some more of those. But this guy right here is our 272 whitetail deer. It's the close one right here. Such a beautiful buck. And then the one next to it, as you guys saw in the intro, is the most unique whitetail I've ever seen, and probably the only non-diamond common fur type whitetail that we're going to have in this lodge, just because of how unique it is. I don't think we'll ever find another buck quite as incredible looking as this guy. Unfortunately, because of the fact that the tip-to-tip was so tight, there's no way he would have made diamond. I think if he would have been a little bit more wide like they typically would be for this rack, then he probably would have made it, because he had a pretty high weight, and that weight typically would be a 260s, maybe even a 270s buck. So if Truracs hadn't have tightened his rack up like this, he would have been a big diamond. And that's another reason why we're keeping him in here, because he's got that incredible mass along with that really tight rack. I absolutely love it. I hope we can find another one of these, but actually have it make diamond. I don't know if that's possible, but it would be cool if we could. But anyway, guys, we're going to go ahead and end it there. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you are brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, click like, and ring the bell icon so you guys will never miss an upload. Also, be sure to comment down below if you guys have any questions, or if you've got any awesome kills that you want to tell me about. Feel free to do that down below. I try to reply to as many of them as I possibly can, and I really do enjoy interacting with you guys and answering your questions, so if you've got any of those, feel free to drop them below. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace!